That's crazy.
Oh my gosh, dude.
What in the world? 1992 is the year I was born. That is crazy.
Now that we've embarked on a new decade, the world as we know it has gone digital, as you can see. We have suddenly transported to the future, it seems like. People are having meetings online, going through school online. Does it make you feel a little old seeing all this change?
You gotta keep up with the times, you know what I'm saying? Like, the kids, they all figure it out because they're growing up in it. I gotta keep up.
This whole time of living in isolation but still trying to stay in contact with the rest of the world, I think is definitely making it feel like the world has advanced a little bit.
It's cool that we're finally at this stage where we're able to do stuff like this, where people like our grandparents or something like that who normally wouldn't use like Zoom or FaceTime or whatever, now it's like they have to.
I'm asking all this about feeling old because today you're taking on the Trying to Feel Old challenge.
Okay, this could be good because I'm pretty I keep up with changes that are going on in the digital world.
I've never gotten to do one of these, so I'm excited.
If I was an elder or an older person, like a Gen X, I'd feel old. But I'm usually, with these challenges, I'm usually right in the middle.
Before we get started, thanks you guys at home for watching this episode. Thank you for all your support. We hope you're keeping safe. Let us know down in the comments if any of these facts made you feel old. If I missed anything, I'll be replying to the first 30 minutes of every video that gets uploaded. So stop by, give us some feedback. I want to hear from you. I'll see you there. All right, ready to get started?
I'm so ready.
Harry Potter.
I fall asleep to these when I can't sleep. I watch Harry Potter movies.
Together.
Oh, but this is the last one. Oh my gosh, when does the last one come out?
It's funny because now we're like Harry Potter in this. We're the old ones, and in a few years, me personally, it's I'm gonna be sending my kids to preschool and all this different stuff.
Harry Potter is now older than he was during the epilogue of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. So what you just watched took place 19 years after his final year at Hogwarts, when Harry was 36. But, now Harry would actually be turning 40.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, that's cool.
I don't really feel old because I didn't get into Harry Potter until after the last one came out. Let's just see if Marlhy can make everyone else feel old, challenge.
That's freaking mind-blowing. Because I remember watching that and I thought to myself, and I was like, dang, that's gonna be me someday.
If he surpassed that age, that's crazy. Because back then I was like, oh wow, that's a significant period of time. And it doesn't feel like that long ago that I watched the movie, let alone read the books.
When I first started teaching, I taught third grade, and after lunch every day, to kind of settle the third graders down, we would start with book 1 and the Sorcerer's Stone, and then just read through it, and the kids would just go crazy. They loved it. But I've been teaching for 20 years. So this does make me feel like I didn't realize that much time had passed.
Limewire created in 2000. I think it was in third grade in 2000. That is crazy. Is older than freshmen who will be attending college in fall that were born in either 2001 or 2002. That is nuts.
I was one of those thieves, stealing people's music and stuff. I was doing that all day long.
I don't know what Limewire is. Is this the right Try Not to Feel Old challenge? I feel pretty young. I'm feeling good.
That's crazy. I was just talking about Limewire and Napster, if you remember that too. Illegally downloading things was not my jam. I never did that.
My parents weren't big on getting me the newest technology, but I remember friends that had Limewire.
Yes, I can believe that because LimeWire does seem like a long time ago. That was the puzzle of am I downloading a song or a virus that's going to destroy my entire computer? Who knows? But you know what? It's worth it to get the Stone Temple Pilots on my first generation iPod.
These 90s films were released closer to the moon landing in 1969 than they are to 2020 at this point.
That is insane. That's trippy to hear.
The original Jurassic Park movie came out when I was in freaking elementary school.
What's funny is Aladdin, I just can't believe it happened before I was even born. That movie was like a part of me growing up.
What in the world? 1992 is the year I was born. That is crazy. I feel like everyone could say this where they're like, oh, I was born in 1992. And then someone's like, I was born in 1980. And I'm like, you're old as hell. Like, what the heck? Now people are saying that to me. They're like, 1990? 92? What?
That right there is shocking to me. And they're still so utilized and referenced. Like that's the thing. It's still brought up in so much stuff. And you just had the Aladdin remake and like with the live action and Jurassic Park. I was just watching like something on freaking Discovery or Travel Channel or something, and they were mentioning Jurassic Park last night.
I saw it in theaters. So 92, I was born in 84, so that makes me, 8 years old? So I didn't really have concept of numbers. When it says 65 million years in the making, I remember going like, wow, that took a long time to make that movie.
Hey, before we continue on to the challenge, I've noticed in our recent Try Not to Move episode, a lot of our viewers are actually not subscribed. In fact, over 60% of the views are from people who aren't subbed at all. I want to see if we can change those numbers, so help support us by subscribing and hitting that bell. Now on to the next challenge.
How does this thing work, Dad?
Well, use your imagination, if you will. You look up there.
Home improvement?
Satellites
Okay.
Orbiting the planet. Sucking up information from every
Oh
corner
my
of the globe.
gosh, dude.
Sucking up information from every corner of the globe and spitting it back down here in this parabolic
I
dish.
forgot
Very
about
dangerous.
satellite dishes.
Because they have a
I just didn't think they ever went away.
Don't watch out, they can suck you into them.
It's like how I dance when I try to dance. It's like the dad there.
I have a watch right now that has GPS built into it. Like, we went from that size to this.
Adding on to that, the little boy reading the newspaper, Jonathan Taylor Thomas, is now 38 years old, which means he is as old as Tim Allen was when he first started on the show Home Improvement in 1990.
What? I thought he was so much younger than me. Jonathan Taylor Thomas and I are like, we almost would have gone to high school together.
I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't make me feel old. I think it makes JTT feel old.
Now he's the one with the satellite dish talking to his kids. That is crazy.
That's crazy. I mean, of course, I was younger than him, so it would make sense why he's older, but that's weird. I didn't know it was 38.
I actually never really watched that show that much. I don't think it was probably a little bit before my time, and it didn't hold up nearly as well as Friends, for example, but definitely makes me feel old.
These films released in 2000 and are now turning 20 years old.
Oh, Scary Movie. Oh, that's a classic. That's the funniest joint, yo.
Released in 2000? That is nuts.
Emperor's New Groove, I feel like that's one that I've tried to get my kids to watch a million times and they still don't get into it.
Oh my god. Emperor's New Groove is my jam. I like literally watched that 2 months ago, probably. If that, or if not sooner.
I don't really remember these coming out, and I didn't see any of them in the theater, so I don't really feel old.
I'm looking at the posters, and that's like, wow, 20 years ago? But I'm sure if I were to watch Dude, Where's My Car, or a Scary Movie where they have the flip phones and bring it on, like, I'd be like, okay, that's about right. Like, it probably doesn't hold up.
Emperor's New Groove, for some reason, I used to watch that at church. So seeing that it's turning 20 just shows like it's been a minute since I've been at church.
The TV show Friends, about 20-somethings living in New York, has been off the air since 2004. Courtney Cox, who plays Monica, is now 55 years old, which happens to be the character Blanche, wow, whatever her name is, exact age in the first season of The Golden Girls.
Wow. Yeah, I'm getting old. I'm definitely getting old, cuz. I'm getting old.
No, it doesn't make me feel too old just because I wasn't a huge fan of the shows.
Courtney Cox looks amazing still, and I would never cast her for the Golden Girls.
Unless we're like friends or unless they're continuing to do stuff, they're frozen in our minds in certain age ranges.
We were watching like an episode of Golden Girls or it came on TV, and I looked up the ages that they were during that time, and they were very young, considering that like the show was about like old people.
I mean, I started watching Friends because it was on Netflix. So I was very late to the Friends thing as well. So I don't really feel old because, I mean, I started watching Friends way after it had finished.
Yeah, that makes me feel a little old on that Friends has been off TV that long, and the fact that TV's not even really a thing anymore. So, like, yeah, that one makes me feel a little bit old.
13 going on 30?
Oh, that's Jennifer Garner.
13 going on 30. Yep, I got it before she said 13. I'm proud of that.
You're tall.
Oh my gosh, she's so young.
You're different.
She's so young.
Yeah.
You don't know me? Oh, that's so weird because yesterday you were there. The thing is, it wasn't yesterday because I'm not 13.
Jenna.
Yes.
Jenna Ring.
Yes. Matt, it's me.
Oh man, let me guess, she's actually that age now?
If you were 13 when you watched 13 going on 30 when it came out into theaters, you would be turning 30 next year.
Whoa. 13 going on 30. She still looks the exact same. Like, she found Ponce de Leon's Fountain of Youth.
It doesn't make me feel old, it's just interesting.
That's actually really cool. That's a cool fact. That would make me feel super old.
I have not seen that movie. 2004, I was already in college. Does nothing for me.
Yeah, that made me feel real old right there. If you're 13 going on 30, I'm like, damn, I'm 40. That means I'm like, dang.
My sister is going to be turning 30 pretty soon. And yeah, she was about that age. That's crazy, because I remember watching that movie a lot with my sister.
Not to make anyone sound feel old, but 30 just sounds scary to me in general. So, as it did to her in the movie. So yeah, that makes me feel old.
Overall, this challenge made me feel very young. It made me feel way younger, which was not what I was expecting coming out of this.
I'm gonna be thinking about this and reflecting on this probably the rest of the night, just thinking of like all the other things that happened in that time period. So basically what you've done is you've just sent me into a downward spiral.
We all gonna get old and we all gonna eventually gonna die, you know what I'm saying? But as long as I still got my dance moves, I can party a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do my two-step, I'm straight.
Hey, it's JC, producer here on the Try Not To channel. Which one of you old farts hasn't subscribed? Get with the times, subscribe, hit that bell, and you'll stay forever young, I promise. Thanks, guys. Bye.